What I've always loved about the Z06, everything's a little bit more exaggerated. It looks a little bit more aggressive, has a little bit more power. Everything about it is just takes the Corvette and just amplifies it.
From the Stingray to the Z06, it's always your most track-capable car. Engineering would come to us and they would say, we think we need to give the car a wider footprint. And of course, for design, you know, we love wider footprints. What's neat about the Z06, it's basically the same width as the race car. The overall design philosophy was more of an edgier design, but offset by taunt and muscular surfaces. The car looks like it's ready to pounce. You always want to work front to back. It's a filtering and refining process, so that you start at the very tip, and then you just keep walking down the side. That's how we got to the side inlets. The car got wider because we needed these inlets to kind of reach out and start grabbing more air as we got to the rear of the car. If you compared it to the Stingray, the extractor bezels in the Z06 are lower, wider. We actually even moved the tail lamps outboard more. And by using these graphic elements, it helps enhance the width of the car. The front corner is important because it basically sets up airflow down the whole side of the car. It sets it up for how the air goes over the top, how the air goes through the middle of the car. And then the back end of the car is so instrumental in establishing downforce. It puts you in more control of the car at higher speeds. We found that if we could get more air out from the bottom of the car, if we could extract it out through the wheel openings, that actually improves the downforce. And it's an exponential thing where the faster the car goes, the more downforce we get. The charm of the rear wing, it's low in the center so that we can still accommodate good rear visibility. It's high on the corners because that's where the air is cleanest. The Z07 Performance Package gives you 734 pounds of downforce at 186 miles an hour.
Certainly this car with its mid-engine architecture and its exotic proportions now, it's not just a stat sheet, it's a statement piece. It's an all-out ultimate performance machine.
Getting behind the wheel of a Corvette is a visceral experience. The cockpit is literally designed and envelops you. It's wrapped around the driver.
We made a giant step forward in the 8th generation Corvette. The interior is a very innovative design, and not just from the way it looks, but the way customers can customize it. We've got 7 different interior combinations of colors. You can customize stitching. In the Z06, we expand that more.
By the time you combine wheel color to seatbelt color to various seat combinations, then tie in exterior color, I mean, you have well over 11,000 options as a customer.
We have extended use of carbon fiber trim packages that go from the door trim up into the instrument panel. So more uses of exotic materials that customers in this market have come to expect and worthy of a supercar.
The other piece is the carbon fiber steering wheel. You always have a leather-wrapped steering wheel, but then we bring in the optional carbon fiber piece to it. And that's going to take essentially the top scenario and the bottom, going to enclose in this entirely carbon fiber piece. It's high gloss. It shows the real depth and craft and quality that we put into it, but obviously it ties right back to the track. So we have a unique steering wheel design on the vehicle in general, because it's not quite a square, it's not quite a circle, but the real amazing piece to it was that you're able to visually see all of your dash at the same time. You're able to see all of your numbers that are going through, which is obviously important as you're on the track. You want to know your G-forces, you want to know how hot you're running, other pieces like that. You're able to really hone in and see it at all times. And that steering wheel shape is a direct derivative of what we were trying to achieve with that. One thing that this vehicle enabled was when you went fully leather wrapped, it allows you to bring in more color because color looks beautiful on soft, natural leathers. There's many ways where you can set up just kind of doing this more cockpit variation and really pulling you into that racing and driving experience. You can bring in this tonal piece that celebrates the craft and the quality of everything. You can go subdued and go black, and it's still a phenomenal interior. As you start interacting and start messing with it, you can really make it yours, truly yours.